Hey everyone, Broadbent here and welcome back to another Valheim update video. Today we are covering update 0.150.3. Now this patch generally is quite small, but it's got some huge changes that you may or may not notice in your gameplay, so you will not want to miss this. Let's just jump straight in. So by far the largest change in today's update is the new terrain modification system. So it is quite a well-known fact that modifying the terrain too much in a world can cause your FPS to literally tank down to even into the 20s. I've heard people get 15 FPS. Well, IronGate have been working super hard on trying to optimize the terrain, and they have in fact done that. So the new terrain modification system will only take place when you modify new parts of your world. If you want to update already existing terrain changes, you'll have to run the console command opt terrain. So if you run that command in your world, it will bring all of the old terrain into the new system and should hopefully increase your FPS a lot. One really important thing to note is this can also have some really bad effects on your world. For example, right here, I ran the new command and my terrain lowered on the edge, and it's irreversible. One major thing to note as well with this terrain change is that the raising ground for free using the pickaxe has been patched. Yep, you can no longer do it. Sad times, my friends, sad times. So we've also got another change with terrain modification. So the priority of the loading sequence for the terrain has been brought forward all the way to number 1. So now if you load an area super quickly, say you're using fly mode, the terrain should load first, then the buildings. Now once again, this does only apply to the new modification system for terrain. So if you want to have this work with your existing worlds, you'll have to run the command, once again, opt terrain. Do you ever notice when you're exploring that the dolmen stones, the one that rest on top, sort of drop down to the floor? Well, the size of the top stone has been increased now, so hopefully that should not happen again. As a result, you can now use these stone arrangements as a nice little early starter shelter. Apparently there's a few situations when torches would support your buildings and structures. So that's quite interesting, but that should no longer happen. There's been a few tweaks to loading to stop building and ships getting damaged when loading in. Did you ever think that raising ground was too expensive? It used to cost 4 stone, but that has now been reduced all the way down to 2, so it's much easier to raise terrain. A very small change to reduce bandwidth usage. Basically, when you go back to the main menu, the server list will stop downloading. Should help keep your usage down. I like that. There's been a minor adjustment to Draugr spawners to stop Draugrs from spawning inside stone. And for the last change in today's update, the Lock's pet sound effect has been fixed. I don't actually know what was wrong with that because I didn't get that far into the game. But if any of you have noticed problems with sound effects with tamed locks, then hey, hopefully now you won't. So that's going to conclude everything for update 0.150.3. Really nice, short and sweet update once again. I'm actually quite a huge fan of these smaller updates, a little bit more frequent. I like it. If you want to discuss this update, come and join my Discord server, discord.gg/broadbent. If you're not already, don't forget to get subscribed for more Valheim content and update videos in the future. If you could like the video on your way out, that would also be really, really appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.